Good morning, team. Thank you so much for, again, jumping on this weekly Monday Morning Pep Talk. And I want to welcome you to the 256th episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk. Today, I'm excited to dive into an incredibly powerful tool I've added to my productivity toolbox in 2024. It's the weekly planning session. While many of us, including myself in the past, have some version of a weekly review, few take the crucial step of formalizing the process. And today, I'm going to guide you through the steps to create your own weekly planning session, a practice that has the potential to revolutionize your productivity. But before I jump into today's call, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the full service, full fee advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy advisors sell more real estate. And I do that by teaching you how to handle the challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. And if you can effectively manage those situations that do arise on a daily basis in your business, you will be more productive and you will live a life that is the best version of you. And my ask, as always, is that you listen today as if we are on a one-on-one coaching call, okay, either in my office or on the phone. In 2024, I introduced a new practice into my routine that has been a complete game changer. The weekly planning session. Now it's more than just a review. It's a dedicated process to set yourself up for focused, intentional productivity each week. Now I want to dive into the steps to create your own. And if you manage a team or have an assistant or director of operations, you should follow a similar weekly cadence. Meeting each week with your team will save you hours throughout the week. But really, today's call is designed more for the individual. And even if you do manage a team, you need to do this for yourself as well. And the first place that we're going to start is I want you to set the stage for your session. Excuse me. Start by choosing a consistent time each week, ideally over the weekend or first thing on Monday morning, where you can dedicate 60 to 90 minutes to this practice. I want you to find a quiet space. I want you to minimize distractions and have all of your tools ready. Your calendar, your to-do list, and any planning templates like a, weekly planner or daily planner. Okay. And I need you to come with a clear mind. I want you to get out your calendar right now, create a recurring meeting in that calendar that you can consistently commit to on a weekly basis. And I want you to consider this a meeting with yourself. This meeting is a perfect time to pull up your current year's business plan. I want you to review it along with your 3-year vision and your quarterly initiatives. Excuse me. Reflect on the past week. Begin by reviewing the past week. What went well? Where did you fall short? Consider any lessons learned and moments where you felt especially productive or motivated. This reflection will give you a clear picture of where to focus your efforts going forward. Review your text threads, DMs, and calendar to look for any missed opportunities or items that might have dropped through the cracks. I want, you to ask the following questions to yourself. What tasks or projects had the biggest impact? Did I honor my priorities by completing those tasks and reach outs that I committed to the previous week? What unexpected challenges came up? Now, the third part of your planning session is to review, organize, and prioritize your to-do list and inbox. A well-organized inbox is essential for staying on top of tasks and preventing important items from slipping through the cracks. Here's how to manage your to-do list alongside a focused email cleanup and organization strategy. Now, first thing you do is you tackle the urgent emails first. Start by scanning for emails that require immediate attention or align with your weekly priorities. Respond to these promptly or add any relevant tasks to your to-do list. If the email itself is a task, like sending follow-up materials or scheduling a meeting, consider using labels or flags to track it. Number 2, sort your inbox by action type. Create folders or labels such as action needed or waiting for and reference. Move emails around accordingly. Do they need action? Emails requiring follow-up or detailed responses should be referenced. Waiting for emails where you're waiting for a response. Check these at least once a week. And number 3, reference emails with useful information or attachments you might need to revisit later. This sorting method helps you focus on active tasks and keeps non-urgent messages from cluttering up your inbox. So what we like to do with decluttering, just like we talked about in previous Monday Morning Pep Talks, you need to unsubscribe and declutter. Take a few minutes to unsubscribe from any newsletters or promotions you no longer find useful. Archive or delete old threads that don't require action or are outdated, lightening your inbox for the week ahead. Use the 2-minute rule. If a response or task can be handled in 2 minutes or less, just get it done. Tackle it immediately rather than adding it to your list. This approach prevents unnecessary backlog and maintains momentum. And batch time for email check-ins. To avoid constant email interruptions, schedule 2 or 3 dedicated times each day. So this is something that you can do for your weekly planning. Get that time blocked, okay? This way your inbox stays managed without derailing your focus on other tasks. And then end with a clean slate. By the end of your session, aim for an inbox that's either empty or organized into actionable categories. This clear inbox will start the week with greater mental clarity and fewer distractions. Remember, your inbox should be a tool, not a source of stress. Okay, that's important to remember. Your inbox should be a tool, not a source of stress. With an organized email strategy, you can keep your focus on what truly matters. Now we're going to move in to the next stage. We are going to set priorities for the week ahead. Okay, so now with the clutter gone and you've reflected on the previous week, identify key priorities, strategies, and opportunities for the week ahead. These should be specific, achievable goals that align with your larger objectives. Avoid cramming in too many. The goal is to be intentional and focused. This is a perfect time to identify your next 10 and one key process improvement opportunity. Now ask yourself, who on my 5 list do I need to touch this week? What one process in my business can I improve this week? Remember, this is about quality over quantity. Define what truly needs to get done. Now we're going to go into time blocking, okay? We're going to go into time blocking, and this is a powerful tool for ensuring that your priorities aren't just intentions. They're part of your actual schedule. Now I want you to follow these steps to make the most of your time blocking sessions. I want you to identify key activities for the week, review your top priorities and specific goals and ongoing projects for the week. Decide which tasks need dedicated blocks of time to move them forward. This might include project work, client meetings, planning sessions, or even personal activities that support work-life balance. Okay? Number 2, determine the best times for each task. Think about your natural energy level throughout the day. When are you most productive? Use this awareness to schedule focus-heavy tasks during peak energy hours. For instance, schedule deep work or creative tasks during the most focused hours, while routine tasks can be set up for times when your energy tends to dip. So for me, it's morning. I'm most creative in the morning, so I'm going to do my heavy lifting and deep work during the morning hours. Number 3, reserve blocks for core focus areas. Create blocks for high priority tasks first, those tied to your goals and responsibilities. This may include focus blocks. Okay, time set aside for deep work. Meeting blocks. Consolidate meetings into dedicated time slots to reduce interruptions. So we want to stack meetings if we can. And then planning and prep blocks. These are scheduling, you want to schedule time for reviewing notes, setting up calls, or prepping for upcoming projects. And you hear about including buffer time. This is after blocking key activities, add some time between tasks to follow or allow, for transition, reflection of quick or for quick breaks. This keeps you from feeling rushed and helps prevent burnout by allowing mental recharge between focused blocks. So I kind of do a 50-10. So I'll work heavy for 50 minutes and take a 10-minute break. Okay. That's what we mean by that. So you just keep doing that hour after hour, but you want to give yourself a little bit of break in between. Set specific times for email and admin. This is where you're going to schedule dedicated time for email, admin, and quick to-dos that don't require intense focus. Limiting these tasks to specific times help you avoid the distraction of constantly checking messages throughout the day. That's a really important one and super, super hard. And then, of course, we got to block personal and well-being time. Don't forget to add for personal and well-being activities, exercise, lunch breaks, or short walks. These blocks keep you balanced and help you sustain focus throughout the week. Review and adjust this daily. Each day, briefly review your time blocks. Adjust as needed to accommodate unexpected changes while ensuring your top priorities remain scheduled. Now, with intentional time blocking, your calendar becomes a guide that ensures your time aligns with your goals and values, creating structure without overwhelm. Okay, the finality. End by aligning your week with your 3-year vision. As you wrap up your weekly planning session, take a few moments to do a final scan of everything you set in place. Look over priorities, time blocks, and organize tasks, ensuring they align with not only the week ahead, but also with your broader objectives. Next, bring your attention to your 3-year vision and your quarterly initiatives. Ask yourself, how does this week's plan contribute to my long-term goals? Which steps this week will drive meaningful progress towards that larger vision? This final review anchors you in your purpose and keeps your daily work connected to something bigger. With each weekly planning session, you're not just setting up the week, you're creating the path that leads towards your long-term vision, one intentional week at a time. Get out your calendar, set up the recurring meeting and for that week, and I want you to get to work. Team, I just, as always, I want to wish you an incredible week ahead. And as always, if you want to stay connected and receive weekly resources directly to your inbox, simply email me at jim@askjimmiller.com to subscribe. And remember, if the content ever feels overwhelming or no longer resonates, you can just easily adjust your preferences using the unsubscribe link at the bottom of each email. Team, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.